Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to your What Does Spirit Want You to Know reading. This is going to be a Celtic cross. We're going to lay it out, and it's going to be open to exactly that, whatever Spirit wants to talk about. We're not asking any questions. We're just saying, tell us what you want to say. We're going to dig right into it. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, thank you so much for the tarot as a tool. Thank you for answering questions or just giving us a message when we're looking for some kind of message from you. Thank you for clear and concise messages, clarification, confirmation, and validation. And thank you for love, light, and prosperity in these readings. Show us, what is it that you have to say to Scorpio in this message? Okay, they're saying current energy. They're seeing you as the star. You're the star, Scorpio. That's pretty amazing. What's crossing you is the Ace of Wands. The underlying energy, wow, Judgment. Your recent past, wow, Ten of Swords. What is crowning your energy? Oh my God, the Ace of Cups. The near future, balancing act. This next part is your attitude toward everything that's going on. We have the Page of Wands. What is your outside influences? The Hermit mode. The Hermit, not the Hermit mode, just the Hermit. Hopes and fears. The Hanged Man. Like that. The Hanged Man. And your outcome. Wow, King of Swords. Okay, so Scorpio. Let's dig right into this and see what it is that they're trying to say here. So right now your current energy is the star energy. So the star card is like the major arcana of the wish fulfillment card. So that's where we're going to start. Something around you in your energy feels magical, almost like a wish has been fulfilled. It also is the balance of your spiritual and your physical worlds. Like she's grounded in her reality. She's also got one foot in her spirituality, so that's grounded. Her emotions and her emotional body and her mental body are in balance. She's like the alchemist. She transmutes energies, right? This is not gender specific. This is just talking about energies. So what's crossing you? The crossing card is sometimes it pushes you forward, sometimes it pulls you back, sometimes a little bit of both. There's a push and pull, a tug of war. But I'm looking this as a nudge forward. It might be a scary nudge forward, but it's a nudge forward. I feel like anytime I see an ace, that's the universe handing you something, right? So here you are in your cool little world where everything's honky-dory, and then you get this inspiration from Spirit, from God, your angels, your archangels, your guides, whoever it is that you deal with on the other side. It's like they drop this inspired notion in your lap or in your brain. It's a download or whatever, however you received it, and you're passionate about it. So now it's like, okay, now what? Why the root energy or the underlying energy of all this is judgment. So there's been some type of renewal within yourself. And whether that be within your spiritual self, your spiritual body, whether that's in your physical reality where you work, in a relationship, whatever it is, there is some kind of rebirth happening or taking place. And this is the underlying reason for all these energies. In your recent past, you've suffered some pretty tough things, Scorpio. This speaks to betrayal. It speaks to heartache. It speaks to it could speak to mental games, but it's the 10 of swords. So it's like you've come to it and put it behind you, right? It's the end of a cycle. It's like no more of that. Whatever it was, whatever happened, it's no more in your life. Your crowning energy, what's crowning this whole spread, is the Ace of Cups again. Whatever this wand is, whatever this inspired idea or action or whatever is that was handed to you and kind of is shaking you up a little bit, kind of pushing you forward but making you a little bit scared, it's here to bring you emotional fulfillment. The crowning energy, which is what this is, the crowning energy is like your higher self. All your guides, your angels, your archangels, everybody that you work with on the other side. This is the culmination of all of their energies together as it relates to you in this spread and what's going on currently in your life. This is your crowning energy. This is what the universe is trying to bring to you into your life, is this cup, a cup that runneth over. It's a cup full of love. It's emotional fulfillment. And in here, there's a dove bringing in a communion wafer, right? And so that communion wafer could talk about communion with yourself, being in wholeness with yourself, being emotionally fulfilled within yourself. Or I also like to look at that as our Father who art in heaven, give us this day our daily bread. It's your daily bread. It's your sustenance. It's there making sure that not only are you emotionally fulfilled, but Scorpio, they're making sure that you're physically fulfilled too in your physical world. Not just spiritually, but physically too. Okay? Your near future, I see a balancing act, right? Okay, so this little guy, he's trying to keep things in order. And it could have something to do with this wand that's come in. Like you might decide to take a step out and take action on something, but you're trying to balance your emotional self with it, with your mental self. Like you're getting yourself under control. And it could absolutely have something to do with your physical reality too, that you're trying to balance where you are right now in this physical space. And these rough seas out here, it says that, it hasn't been easy, but you're going to be able to pull that balance in because he balances. Your attitude toward all this, you're looking at that wand that the universe sent you, Scorpio. You're just looking at it and you're trying to think, what am I going to do with this, right? What am I going to do with this wand? This page, the Page of Wands, pages are all about messages. So it's like this inspired, passionate idea that the guides or that the universe, source, has dropped into your lap. It could definitely have something of a spiritual nature attached to it, but you're definitely looking at it and possibly right now trying to figure out, what is my message with this? Or what is it that how am I supposed to bring this into day-to-day reality? But it's like you're assessing things right now. The outside influence is your Hermit, okay? So a Hermit, or things in your environment. Hermit is about going within. And so I feel like your spirit guides could be nudging you to actually keep doing what you're doing. Go within and figure it out so that you can find that light and then shine that light. A hermit goes within so that he can shine his light without, right? So that's what's going on right here. But it's an outside influence. So I feel like they're nudging you to do this. Your spirit guides are nudging you to do this. Or perhaps somebody that you're dealing with right now, that you're wondering, maybe you're wanting them to be a part of this or whatever. Perhaps they're in a hermit mode. We're going to get some clarification on that. Your hopes and fears is that you can see things from a different perspective. Your hope is to be able to see things from a different perspective. Your fear is that it's going to cause some kind of pause, and you might not be willing or ready to take that pause. You'd like to be able to move forward, incorporate this different perspective in whatever it is that you're doing, and just continue moving forward with it. That's your hope. Your fear is that it might cause some sort of a pause there. Okay, so your outcome is the King of Swords. So the King of Swords obviously is a king, so he's a visionary, right? He also is very intelligent. He's intellectual. He is he communicates well, and he communicates straightforwardly. Like, he doesn't add fluff to his, like if I meet somebody on the street, a friend or whatever, I'll say, "Hey, beautiful." If he would meet somebody on the street, he'd say, "Hey," just as sincere, right? Just no fluff for him. So that's how this king is. That there's no fluff. And not only does he not serve up fluff, he doesn't allow fluff into his space. He'll listen to people's ideas, but he knows his truth, and that's how he guides his kingdom, by his truth. And he will allow people to talk to him. He will listen to what they have to say, but he's not going to necessarily, if it doesn't line up with his core values, he's not going to incorporate it in any way. And especially if they start bringing in fluff, like trying to tell them why it's so great and, all that other stuff. I see a used car salesman, and I hate even saying that because I used to sell cars, and I hated when there were people made used car salesman jokes, but I feel like it's got a lot to do with the fluff that he rejects is the blowing smoke up your rear end kind of fluff. He's not, if you come to him with an idea, so like if somebody comes to you with an idea and they're wanting to make it all look roses and rainbows and unicorns and all that stuff, you're going to be like, out of here, just get out of here. Because I'm not even wasting my time listening to you, because you're not being factual. You're not sticking to the truth. You're not sticking to the straightforward conversation that you want to have. Okay. So it's like you're going to cut all the crap out of your life with all that as the King of Swords, as embodying that energy. It's not gender specific. I am going to get clarity on this Hermit as an outside influence. I think I want to get clarity on the Two of Pentacles also. So I'm going to do both of those. I'm actually going to do both of those. What is it that we're going to be balancing in the near future? God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, thank you for this message. Could you please clarify for me, why is this Two of Pentacles showing up in Scorpio's near future? Show us what that's about. Why is the Two of Pentacles showing up in Scorpio's near future, please? Oh, wow. Patience. You're getting the Temperance card. So this is the Alchemist. So it looks like whatever it is you're going to be trying to balance, you're more than just trying to balance it. You're going to be transmuting that energy. Like whatever it is that you're fixing to go through, it's going to be more of a balancing act. Like, sometimes whenever we talk about certain subjects, and we know that the person that we're talking to can be quite sensitive, but we know it's important to get our message across, we'll kind of balance our words, right? We'll kind of walk a fine line trying to make sure that we can get our message across, but that in the process of doing that, we don't offend or cause hard feelings. That's the energy that I'm feeling with that. So you're going to be transmuting energy. You're going to be taking a situation that could turn very volatile, and you're going to be uh, tapping down the risk of that. You're going to be, I hate to say walking on eggshells, because I don't think we ever should walk on eggshells, but I think we certainly should be compassionate and kind and considerate of other people's feelings, right? So I feel like that's what this energy is, and that's actually what you're doing. So whatever's about to take place, it could be a little bit of a rocky road. I don't think it's going to be in a bad way, though, Scorpio. I think that it's going to be like you're going to be able to bring healing to a situation by this, with this balancing act that you're going to be able to do, because you're going to be able to serve yourself and serve someone else too at the same time. In other words, you're going to be able to speak your truth, walk in your truth, but at the same time be very considerate of somebody else's feelings, whatever's happening there, and you're going to transmute those energies. Okay, so with the outside influence being the Hermit card, can you explain to us what that's about? Why is the Hermit card showing up in the outside influence portion of this reading for Scorpio? Please show us, what is the Hermit about? Oh, wow. It's the Lovers. Okay, so I feel like this is not a love reading, so to speak, but it could have something to do with, okay. So let's just say that if this was a love reading, right? Then, and there's a situation where somebody's needing to walk away from a different situation before y'all can be together, then this Hermit mode would be this other person really doing their inner work, possibly leaving and then going within, or possibly going within before they leave to make sure what's going on. But it's not a love reading, so but that could be a situation. It's a general reading. But the other thing is that if it is if it's not a love reading, and this is your outside influence, and this is the clarifier, then this is more about your higher self, right? Your higher self is trying to bring this into you. So while you are looking at this in your mental and emotional body, trying to figure out, okay, what am I going to do with this? Your higher self is doing some transmutation for you on a different level. Your higher self or your guides or whatever are doing some deep inner work or inner healing for you, so that whenever you come out on the other side into this King of Swords energy, you come out as whole, that does become your outcome. Okay, I hope that I worry about my words sometimes. I just hope that made sense to you. It made sense to me. I can see it all happening. If you have any questions about it, though, feel free to ask me in the comments. Right now, we're going to pull an oracle card from the Enchanted Map by Colette Baron Reed, and it's not a new deck, but I have not had an opportunity yet to really get familiar with it. But I really like the artwork. I like the messages with these oracle cards, so I want to start incorporating it. So we are going to find out, what else does Spirit have to say from the oracles? What else does Spirit have to say in regard to this message, or a whole new message for Scorpio? What is it? What else that is there to say to Scorpio? Okay. Oh, wow. This is a beautiful card. And it says coming to life. Look at that. The 2 plus the 9 is 11. So that's, 11 back to a 2. 11's a master number, but then when you do reduce it, it's a 2. It's about creation. It's about creating new things, all those types of things. This is beautiful. It's also very nurturing, right? So we're going to read from the book and see what it has to say. But oh my gosh, that actually might put a little more depth to this reading for you. Hang on, 29. Okay, coming to life. Ugh. Something beautiful is being born into your life. Wow. Okay, again, like I said, I don't necessarily, I'm not considering this a love reading. It's general, but I can see where a beautiful, loving relationship could be coming into your life as a result of some inner work that other person has been doing. Okay, whether they're leaving another situation or not, because there's actually no 3s. Like I don't have the 3 of Swords or anything like that. So, I don't know. Hang on. It says, when you look at your life, can you see how you've grown and evolved over time? Perhaps you've shed skins and identities and created new ones, or at the very least, matured in your ideas about yourself and the world you inhabit. You know things take time, and Spirit's timetable is rarely in sync with your own. This card indicates that a long-held dream is beginning to show signs of life. You must try not to coax it along or shape it according to your desires. Spirit knows the best form for the manifestation of this dream, and your life can become even better than you could have possibly imagined it. Now is the time for reverence and awe. Allow the contours of your path to be carved by the hands of the divine. All you have to do is show up. Wow. That is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. I mean, and you know, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, no, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana in a 10-card spread. You have 2 aces. Well, you have 5 major arcana, 6 if you count these 2 clarifiers. Wow. So this, whatever it is, it's very significant. Yeah, it is very significant. And you're this inspiration or passion or whatever that was handed to you that came out of nowhere. It kind of rocked your world a little bit. It kind of, you were moving right along, happy where you were and all that other stuff. And then this comes in and it's like, what do I do with this? And whatever, it didn't work out just right, or you're looking at it now trying to think, okay, what do I do with this? What is it about? And I feel like it's moving you into something very beautiful, but at the same time, very much not stoic, but knowing your value, knowing who you are, and being able to live in that truth with that kind of integrity. Okay, Scorpio, we're going to get a PS here. Coming to life. Look how gorgeous that is. That she's hanging on to the light up there in her hand down at the bottom, right at the bottom, the base of that, whatever it is that she's standing on, tree stump or whatever. There's that butterfly transforming. So things have happened in your life that have been transforming you along the way, and it looks like you're fixing to manifest something absolutely beautiful because of it. But all you have to do is show up. It's saying you've already done your work. Just keep doing what you're doing now, and it's going to come to you. You don't have to go chase it anymore. It's coming. They're bringing it in. Okay. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for this message for Scorpio. I thank you for clear and concise messages and the clarifications. And now we're looking for the PS. Show us, what is the PS for Scorpio as it relates to what you want them to know? A confirmation or a whole new message, whatever it is, your choice, your message. Okay. There's that Ten of Swords again. Okay, so that's in your recent past, and they're saying, yes, this was part of your past. But that's exactly what it was, part of your past. And it's no longer a part of your life today. This is where they're bringing you, Scorpio, to the happily ever after. It's the Ten of Cups. So whether that's a loving relationship for you with a special someone, or whether that's the ultimate dream job that you get to have, or just reconciliation within your family, whatever it is for you, Scorpio, this is a beautiful, beautiful card to get in your reading. Okay. And then the Page of Pentacles. So what they're saying is, again, they're bringing it to you. Okay? They're bringing it into your reality. You will not have to do anything. You just have to walk into it. And when I say you don't have to do anything, we're going to talk about this for just a minute, and then I'm going to let you go. Whenever I say you don't have to do anything, I couldn't help but think about this card. Because what happens is, whenever things don't work out in our timeline, even if you get online and watch a tarot reading like this, and they confirm for you that Source is about to move big time in your life, right? That all you have to do is show up. Well, what show up means is you have to keep doing what you've been doing, keep living your life in a positive way, living in your integrity and all that. The danger of waiting on Source is that sometimes when their timeline does not sync up with ours, like this message was talking about, when their time doesn't sync up with ours, we think something's wrong. We think it's not going to happen. We let our mind run off with all kinds of stories that aren't even true, and we make crap up all the time, and then we start backing our way out of the manifestation. Because once we stop believing that it's true, once we stop trusting that it's coming, Source can't bring it to us. Okay? We have to be grateful for it, and then we have to release it. We have to truly release it. We can't go back and go this way, back and forth about whether or not this is actually going to happen. So I feel like that's what this is talking about, that there's going to come a minute or two in the near future where you're going to start to wobble a little bit about whatever this is that you've been praying about, praying for, whatever it is. You might start to wobble a little bit, and they're saying, transmute it. Transmute those energies. Take control of your mind. Don't allow your mind to run off with negative thoughts or negative ideas or anything like that. Capture those thoughts. Capture them and do away with them, and walk in the truth of what you know and the truth of the confirmation that you've received, because that's how they get to bring it to you. Okay? Not that you have to go do anything, but you do have to make sure. You don't have to go physically do anything, but you do have to make sure that you keep your mind clear about this situation, and that you guard your heart. Because remember, guard your heart with all diligence, because out of it are the issues of life. In other words, when we allow our heart to worry, then things come into our life for us to worry about. So that's Proverbs 4:23. You can go look it up. Guard your heart with all diligence, because out of it comes the issues of life. Okay, Scorpio, that's an exciting reading. I can't wait to hear in the comments about what you're waiting on Source to do in your life, because it's coming. It is coming to life. Wow. Okay, Scorpio. Hey, thank you for all the subscribes, the likes, the shares, the comments, all that great stuff. If you're not a subscriber, and this has resonated with you in some way, please do subscribe, hit that little notification thingy, share, like, all that great stuff, and comment. Have a super day. Bye.